A very good morning, class. We are in the first chapter, Evolution of Man. And in the last video, we saw that how the life of the human began on the earth. It's a story of 4500 million years ago. 4500 millions of years ago, when the existence on earth or life on earth began. Means how did we revolutionize ourselves? How did the human beings develop himself or herself? Is the story what we are learning over here. Evolution of man is the transformation of man from an animal to a human being. We were actually in the animal category. The difference between a human being and an animal is that animal does not know the differences between good and bad. I gave you example last day. When a rotten food or a food is given to an animal and a good quality food is given to an animal, it will not differentiate between both, but it will rather consume both. But when you put the same things to the human beings of today, they have the knowledge and they can differentiate which is good for the health, which is good to be consumed, and he will consume or she will consume that particular product or good will. So this is the basic difference between the human beings and the animals. But has this development taken place overnight? This development took millions of years ago. That is why we are talking about 4500 millions of years ago when this development process started off. Slowly and steadily we started growing, the brain developed, we started to learn to use different things. We did not have a proper place to settle in, to live in. We lived in a cave or somewhere in the core part of the jungle or the forest. But we had always the fear of wild animals, that wild animals could attack us at any point of time. We could be attacked by a wild animal at any point of time. So that fear was there. Another major fear was, or the problem that we faced, that we could not get the sufficient food to consume. That is why we developed a migratory character. I mentioned about migratory character. Migratory character is basically found in the early human beings. Early men were known as the one character that was very common in the early men was migratory character. What does migratory character indicate? It indicates that the human beings or the early men used to migrate from one place to other place, used to shift from one place to the other place in search of better opportunities. Now better opportunities over here means in search of a better place to survive in search of sufficient food to have and in search of a place where wild animals do not come, because they always had a fear that they could be attacked by the wild animals at any point of time. So they had a common feature character, that is migratory character. Migratory character means to migrate from one place to other place, to shift from one place to other place for better opportunities. The next point it says that man stands erect. Slowly and steadily man developed from the hind legs to a proper legs. Means the early human beings they used to walk in a very limp manner. They could not stand erect. The way we stand today, during those times they were not in a comfortable mode to stand that way, because they had a habit of climbing. So whenever you climb, you need to bend a bit. So that was there, and that posture they occupied for their general routine. But in the latter part of the earth formation or the evolution, we find that man started standing erect. It learned to stand erect, and this development took place when the brains developed. With the development of the brains, the man started started using making different tools. Earlier, the early men were only dependent on the stones or the rocks. That is why this age is even considered to be a stone age, because major of the works were taken out from the stones only. So when the human beings learned to use different tools, different equipments, the brain started functioning. It started using in a different context. It says the work that he performs in cooperation with his fellow men and with the help of tools which he makes distinguishes a man in the animal world. That is what the basic criteria of difference is. When you know how to use your tools, your weapons, your equipment, you are differentiated from the rest of the part. Because we were surrounded, the early men were surrounded by the human beings and the animals. How was the categorization done? The categorization could be done on the basis of the uses of different things that we had during those times, on the basis of brain, on the basis of mind that we had, on the basis of our conversational style, our communication instincts that we had, that differentiated us from the animals. When you move to the more closer part, you find that man learned to speak. Man learned to use the speeches, how to communicate, how to name a thing, how to get exchanged. All these things began in the secondary part of the Earth's formation or the evolution of man. So slowly and steadily we were progressing. We were progressing to human being. Whatever we are today, it's not a journey of one day, or one night, or 1 year, but rather it has taken almost 4,500 million of years ago. That is why we are saying how was the life during that time, how the human beings were during that time. The evolution of man talks about the complete journey of human being, how he has transformed from a chimpanzee, from an animal to a human being. In this all journey he has learned. So learning is the utmost important need that everyone should have. That is why we focus on, we emphasize on education or learning. So that whenever you learn, you start growing up. Your growth, your prospects increases the moment you learn. So this is what the chapter teaches about evolution of man. I told you necessity is the mother of invention. Whenever some necessity arises, some inventions will be there. So they were finding it difficult to survive. They were not having a safe place. They used to live in a cave or in a rock-built home. But they were always in a fear of, always in a danger of being attacked by the wild animals. So they started looking for a place wherein they could settle and no wild animals could enter. Second way, they had a migratory character. They used to migrate for search of food. So they were looking for a place which is blessed with good fertile soil and wherein a good crop production can take place, so that this migration does not take place on a usual basis. So they found that the cities or the towns which were situated, or the places which were situated on the banks of river, the area near to the bank of river was very fertile. Whatever was cropped in, the crops came out in a good amount, in a good quantity. So this they learned. With the passage of time, they have learned these techniques. Then they learn to make the tools, equipment through which the plugging can be done, harvesting can be done, and different methods could be applied for a better production. Then they started differentiating between the wild animals and the human beings. That their life is, their way of living is different from us. Then there was a distinction, there was a differentiation between both. A line was drawn wherein one part wild animals would survive and other part the human beings would survive. So this is the journey that we are talking about. In the next class, we shall wrap up with the species of the early man, what were the categories of the early man, and then we will get over to the chapter. We will look at the question answers. Thank you, class.